You take the lead. My combat spells are extremely limited.
Murder! That wasn't part of the plan, Oldark!
You know nothing of the plan, you fool. Let me give you a taste of what the Prince of Bargains has in store for this pitiful world.
Your prince! I want no part of this! Help!
I'll go after the king. You deal with the old.
Destroy these fools!
Razumdar apprehended the kin lady. They're at the west edge of the Coral Forest. What happened to Uldoch Tilkalar? Did he escape? I think we can conclude that Tilkalar wasn't actually an Uldoch. At least, not with his connection to the Prince of Bargain's Clavicus Vial. Strange magic and creatures worry me, however. You'd be surprised what a particular object can reveal if you know how to unlock its secrets. I need to return and tell Rite-Master Ikesis all that transpired here. The Rite-Master leads the Psijic Order from Kapora Tower on the island of Artaeum. This spell attunes you to a portal near Shimmerine in the ruins of the Keep of 11 Forces. It always leads to Artaeum, no matter the island's current location. One more adjustment and there! You are now attuned. Find me on Artaeum after you finish with the Eye of the Queen.
Ah, 5. The Prince of Bargains. That could only be Clavicus Vial. What oblivion-inspired nest of vipers has Raz stumbled into? This one has a very bad feeling about all of this. Where is the Psijic Sage? Raz would like to ask her what she thinks. The Psijic Order's interest in all of this concerns Razumdar. This one has never had much love of magic, or those that practice the art. On the other hand, now Raz has his own person on the inside. An Eye of Raz, if you will, yes? Then you must go to Artaeum and discover what the Psijics have learned. When you return, you can tell Raz all about it so he can pass it along.
Have you come to gloat? To kick me while I wallow in my own misery? Well, go ahead. I met him at Kinlord Millenthal's party in Eleanor. We had similar ideas about the Queen's decree, and I recommended that he lead the monastery. Somerset isn't a stew pot, and the various races aren't ingredients to be sprinkled in like so much... What a hateful accusation! Tilkala told me he was going to send them back where they came from. I had no idea he planned to kill them. I give you my word. I certainly hope not. We'll have to get the Divine Prosecution in there to gather up the monks Tilkala brought with him to Shimmerine. We can't have Daedric cultists desecrating a holy site. I suppose I need to beg for mercy from the proxy queen.
Mind your step there, stranger. These little beauties are as delicate as they are.
Welcome to Artaeum, traveler. I know it can all be a lot to take in at first, so please feel free to ask me any questions. I have quite an extensive knowledge of this island's history. Though it may be hard to believe, Artaeum was once part of the Somerset Archipelago. That's why the flora here may seem so familiar to you. Of course, our order has now moved the island to somewhere else entirely. Someplace safe. I don't have authority to tell you any further details, I'm afraid. Our order has the ability to move Artaeum or even make it intangible. That's how we've protected ourselves from invaders and outside forces. In a sense, as observers of Tamriel, my order cannot allow outside forces to...
The Corpora Tower truly is a sight to behold, isn't it? I've actually done quite a bit of research on its origin. Functionally, the Corpora Tower serves as the Psijic Order's central location for both research and meditation. Directly beneath it lies the Dreaming Cave. Even now, little is known about its origins. Simply put, it's a portal to oblivion. It's thought to be able to enter into any realm, though of course, that theory hasn't been fully tested. The Sijic Order only uses the Dreaming Cave.
Before you ask, yes, it is odd for a Sijic mage to open a shop.
And there was no sign of Lathan. I don't know whether to be grateful or concerned.
What a rare honor Valserin bestowed upon you. Only a select few not of our order have ever walked upon this sacred island. Val tells me your aid was indispensable in uncovering the false Aldoc's plot on Somerset. Unfortunate, certainly. The magic you describe sounds familiar, though I can't quite recall where I've heard of it before. I fear the pearls may be a harbinger of the Sotha-Sil, one of the living gods of the Dark Elf Tribunal. He's an honorary member of our order. After an attack on his Clockwork City, he warned us about a Daedric threat to Somerset and Artaeum. I sent Valserin to investigate. Indeed, but not until we finish studying the pearl Valserin brought us. There are mysteries to unravel, and Val believes you will be instrumental to our success. The next step involves a thorough examination of the strange pearl you and Valserin recovered from beneath the Shimmerine Monastery. Hopefully, we can learn more about the false Aldark and the source of the pearls. We are the Sijic Order, friend of Valserin. There is very little we cannot accomplish through the application of the old ways. Every object remembers its history. The trick involves selecting the correct ritual to reveal those buried memories. While I head inside to begin the augury ritual, I'd like you to go to Sotha-Sil's study in the tower, find my acolyte, Oriandra, and ask her for Sotha-Sil's amplification elixir. We may need it if the pearl proves to be resistant to our magic.
Friend of Valserin, Tranquil greetings, Caraval. You will forgive me if I seem awkward. We rarely entertain guests here on Artaeum. I am Kellerus. Right, the Right Master holds you in high regard. That is proof enough of your worthiness. The Sijic Order requires practical wisdom, outside perspective. Eager to begin? Good. Eagerness is just what we need. Your first lesson begins now. The first cluster of time breaches appeared on the Isle of...
I knew it the moment we met back at the ruins. I sensed there was something special about you. The fact that Valcerin hasn't stopped talking about you just confirms my original assessment. I'm glad I was able to help you escape that mind trap. That strange pearl has certainly been reluctant to reveal its secrets. The Rite Master hates it when an inanimate object refuses to cooperate. Regarding the amplification elixir, I just cataloged it. It's a Sotha Seal creation, as you'd expect. What? No, not in the traditional sense. He's not one of our monks, if that's what you're asking. More like an honorary member, I guess you'd say. According to my records, the silver vial should be... As soon as the pearl arrived via Valcerin's transference spell, the Rite Master gathered the Conclave to prepare... I'm the Rite Master's acolyte. I have other duties to perform. Besides, such a complex ritual requires the power of the Conclave of the 11 Forces. I'm not that strong yet. Under the Rite Master's tutelage, I expect to attain that rank.
Do mind the guar. Isn't country life grand? It's like I'm right back at home in Cyrodiil. Aside from the giant fungi and adorable lizard chickens, of course. Running away from the war on the mainland, of course. More and more arrive each season. The new blood sends some dark elves into fits, but they agreed on shit.
Please, someone, we need help. There's an armiger injured on the road outside Seyda-Neen. So much blood. They need help. I'm not exactly sure. The buoyant armiger was accompanying Canon Valasa on a mission for Lord Vivec, but something terrible must have happened. Canon Valasa sent me to find help. She's on the road just outside of Seyda-Neen. Will you help them?
Not now, citizen. I'm up to my armpits in problems today.
Welcome to our shop. Feel free to...
Red Mountain's bubbling and boiling like an overstuffed pot of fermented meat juice. I sure hope it settles down.
Forgive me, Outlander, but I have enough to deal with. I'm just a simple tribunal priest, and the trouble at the Ancestral Tomb was too much for even our buoyant armiger to deal with. I have failed Lord Vivec, and left a colleague alone at the tomb. Lord Vivec sent the three of us to seek guidance at the Andreneau Ancestral Tomb. We were attacked when we got there, and our guard was seriously hurt. I barely got her to safety. But we failed to complete the mission Lord Vivec... Canon Levoul. He remained behind after we retreated from the tomb. I know he wants to get back inside and ask Lord Vivec's questions, but there's no way...
Tarza, what's wrong? Someone help!
By the three! First a wounded armiger, now this!
By dawn and dusk, evil creeps through the shadows of my beloved Vardenfell. But an outlander arrives to aid my people, just as I have foreseen.
Those words, what do they mean?
What happened?
Merciful Azura, the Mother Soul.
Lord Vivec, protect me. That was Azura, the Queen of the Night Sky. And you, she spoke directly to you out. The Daedric Prince Azura possessed that woman and spoke through her. I've heard of such occurrences, of course, but to witness such an event... She said evil creeps through the land. Azura is the cruel but wise Daedric Prince of Dawn and Dusk. She's one of the good Daedra, for what that's worth. But for her to speak through an innocent means something terrible is about to happen. Why else would she do? What do they teach you where you come from? Lord Vivec's a living god! Azura is merely the anticipation of Sothasil. You don't know Lord Vivec, one of the living gods of the Dunmer Tribunal. You must be new to our land, Outlander. Yes, one of the god... We sought guidance in a matter that concerns Lord...
Those monsters, it's too dangerous. What am I... Did Canon Valasar send you? Oh, she did, didn't she? That means she made it to Seyda Neen. Vivec be praised. Will you help me complete my mission? It would be sacrilege. As the saints declare, the Tribunal always provides. Take this scroll with Lord Vivec's inquiries, while I summon forth my ancestor spirit and concentrate on maintaining the connection. You must ask the questions. He insists we... I've already lost precious time due to the buoyant Armiger's wounds, but I suppose if you... Before we go in there and face... Follow me, but keep an eye out for those Daedra. Creatures attacked as soon as we entered the Hall of Remembrance.
Which one of you wretches stole my treasure?
one powerful creature. How? We hear something.
This used to be such a peaceful place. I came here as a young acolyte to meditate.
Dead mortals disgust me almost as much as live ones! Dead mortals disgust me almost as much as live ones! Dead mortals disgust me almost as much as live ones!
We're nearly there. Then we can summon my ancestor. The summoning chamber. I'll call forth my ancestor, then you can ask Vivek's questions.
Hasn't my rest been disturbed enough by those filthy Daedra? Why do you summon me, descendant?
My Lord Vivek has inquiries that only you can answer, my lady. My companion will present them with your permission.
The warrior poet? Very well. Ask Vivek's questions. Ask the warrior poet's questions, Outlander. Ah, Lord Vivek always had a way with words. Tell him to rest assured. The heart remains safe. I wonder why that concerns him. An enemy of old, yes, but not the one that Vivek presumes. Sotha Sil imagined multiple scenarios and contemplated endless solutions. He even experimented with his divinity, drawing energy to study before returning it. Loss will come, he foresaw, but not until the collapse of the temple.
I hope that's what Lord Vivek needed. Let's talk outside. Thank you for helping me complete my task. Now, I need to return to Vivec City. Have you been there? It's amazing. Ziggurats rising out of the water, the moonlit hanging in the sky above. Well, you should meet me there so I can introduce you to Lord Vivec. Just between us, I understood neither the questions asked nor the answers received. Not that I expected to. Some things aren't meant for mortal minds. That's another reason for you to come to Vivec City, to help me explain what my ancestors said. Excellent. I just need to make a quick stop in Saint Denis to check on my original traveling companions. When you get to Vivec City, head right to the palace and I'll meet you there. I know that Lord Vivec will want to reward you for assisting me. I'll be along shortly. When you get to Vivec City, head directly for Lord Vivec's palace. Once there, I'll make introductions and we can tell the warrior poet everything we've learned. Of course. As I said, the tribunal consists of our 3 living gods, Vivec, Almalexia, and Sothosil. They lead us in spiritual matters and rule over Dunmer society as god monarchs of the Dark Elves. Unfortunately, no. The Dunmer houses bow to the tribunal, but the savage Ashlanders refuse to acknowledge their divinity. The heretics never...
Like you know your way around a riding beast. Try one of my fine mounts on for size and see if you don't agree. You won't find better.
I don't know how we're going to get all this done. I miss the days when I could just request another contingent of slaves.
Since the Pact ordered all slaves to be set free, everything has changed. Wood dust may get in the scales, but I do not mind. Sweat washes it away. When the city is complete, I will take my earnings and move to a nice swamp with no Bardow and fewer dark elves.
Praise Vivek!
This is the person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivek, we don't need the help of this outlander.
Oh hush, Archcanon Tarvis. Outlanders have their usefulness, and this one intrigues me.
As you say. I'll be in my office if you need me.
Step forward, friend of Levoul, and let us speak. Canon Levoul says you helped him in his mission. As I have written, the one who helps my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcanon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further, Outlander? I have ordinators and armigers at my disposal. Vast armies of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of a god? Good. I need assistance to investigate a strange phenomenon that the Ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem. We'll start with a simple divination ritual. Archcanon Tarvis can tell you what we need to delve into this mystery. The situation that troubles me has taken a toll on my Archcanon, but he's a faithful servant. Tarvis will do as I say, and I say we need your assistance. Find the Archcanon in his office, and he'll tell you how to proceed. The Daedric Prince. I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Daedra, and then there's... well, we'll talk more about that when you return. Levoul's ancestor assured me that a source of power remains safe. As for the rest, let the guess ripen in the mind, and only speak when the fruit grows certain.
Ah, Outlander. Lord Vivec trusts too much to put his faith in one such as you, but who am I to question my god? I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work? Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first? Ah, yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivec. Now listen closely. Despite my objections, Vivec believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the Overseer that Lord Vivec requires the Blessing Stone. Then bring it. You receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivec, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well. Go ahead. Ask your questions. It's not like I'm the busy arch-canon of a living god or anything. Ah, the ignorance of Outlanders. How refreshing. The Blessing Stones serve as repositories for small amounts of Lord Vivec's power. They allow his favor to permeate sanctified locations. We need such a stone to power the divination ritual. If you haven't guessed yet, the phenomenon interferes with Lord Vivec's power in unusual ways. Even if I told you, you wouldn't comprehend it. Lord Vivec's senses eclipse those. Offend me? You give yourself too much credit. No, I feel the same about all Outlanders. This is tribunal business, best handled by tribunal resources. However, I also obey my Lord Vivec, so I will tolerate your involvement and do my best to aid you.